No, it's your cape.
It's my cape?
Yeah.
I shall wear
So
it.
there.
How do I look?
Handsome.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tech Answers. Today's video, I use that term loosely. It's a Thursday evening and this is going to take a few days. But if you look back through my video history, about exactly 2 years ago, a friend and I built this system for him in the Enthoo Evolv. Well, he's upgrading to the Enthoo Evolv X. But this time, we're doing it in hard tubing. And neither of us have any idea what we're doing. So, we get to learn how to do it. This is not going to be the usual how-to video. I'm going to do this in a time lapse simply because we don't know what we're doing, and this is going to be a few days worth of footage. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. Alright everyone, it is day 2, and as you can see we have a wonderful mess on our hands. We are currently getting ready to start putting everything into the machine. I apologize for the crappy audio. I'm just using my camera mic because I didn't feel like setting up the microphone and mixer because we have everything sprawled out everywhere. So, we are going to get to it. Alright, it's about 11 o'clock at night. We've got most of the hardware put in. We got all of our radiators, basically all the things that have to have water running through them. And now we get to start doing the fun part. starting to lay this thing out. Not sure if it was Amazon's fault or what happened, but we ended up getting 140mm fans, so we just have a few of my spare 120s in there for spacing purposes. But yeah, we got a bunch of the 140 Chromaxes, so we had to order a bunch of 120s tonight. So we should have them in by Sunday, so hopefully we'll be able to squeeze those in and we'll have most of the tubing done. So far what we have figured out is we're going to go from the out on the pump down into the GPU, into the CPU, out the CPU, back into the other end of the GPU. Both outs come up to this radiator, the 120 in the top, then come out, back to this radiator, out this radiator, and into the pump. And the fun part is now we got to figure out how to do that, all while learning how to bend hard tube. Wish us luck.
Because a common issue people do too is they only keep one spot, but the thing is, for the bend radius to be nice and smooth and even, you've got to have all the area along it also at the right temperature. Otherwise you'll have variants in there where some of it cannot bend, some of it can. The outer portion of the radius has to be usually the hottest portion of it because it's got the most stretch involved, where the inside is going to be kind of crushing on itself. So once I start...
So it's been about a week since the build has been done, and just kind of wanted to go over how it went. First thing, I really apologize for the audio at the beginning of the video. I've actually changed my audio setup. I actually have a new camera too, so hopefully those changes will improve the quality of my videos further down the road. Anyways, we definitely learned a lot with this. You'll notice in the video I only showed of us putting pipes in usually about once, but in most cases each one was done 2 to 4 times depending on what the bend was like. But we were able to get them to where we were satisfied with them by the end. Jared, the owner of the PC, wanted to do most of it himself, so roughly about the time we got all the components in the case, you see in the video where he just kind of took over and did all the bends himself. And unfortunately, we ran out of time to do it here, so he actually had to take it home and finish it there, which is why it looks like the video just kind of ends after the filling. But he was able to get it done, and he actually posted photos of it on Reddit about a week ago, and I'll link to that post down below. We definitely learned a lot of other things, especially when it came to filling and draining. Him and I have both done soft tubing systems before, and they're very different as far as filling and draining the systems. We actually had an accident shortly after the part in the video where you see we filled it, where we were draining it so he could potentially transport it back home. Well, water got on the top of the GPU. Fortunately, nothing was powered up, so no big deal. But that meant we had to take everything out, take the block off, blow all the water out of it, make sure it dried overnight before we put everything back together and put it back in the system, and essentially had to build it again. Until then, please feel free to leave a comment. Tell me what you think about it. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Give this video a like if you liked it, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.